So in this video, we'll take a closer look at these ground loop noise isolator. Currently, I have an issue with both of my computers. One is hooked up to the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. The other one I have hooked up to my standard SteelSeries Pro Wireless or the previous generation. So my issue is with computer 1, I want to use my studio monitors that is connected to my audio interface using the little wireless receiver that you get with your SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless. So there's a line level out. I want to route that into my mixer so I can just send audio through my studio monitors through the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Nova wireless receiver, so I don't have to switch the standard audio device inside of Windows. And because I already have my audio interface connected with USB, it just creates some ground loop issues, and that means I get a lot of noise as soon as I connect that little box to my mixer, which is very unfortunate. On the other system, I use the SteelSeries Arctis Wireless Pro. On that system, I want to connect both the headset or the little box for the wireless headset here, which also have line out, connect that to my aux input on my monitors or on my speakers on that computer, but those speakers are also connected to my USB interface. So as soon as I connect two devices that is also at the same time connected to the same computer to my speakers, then I just have some loopback noise issues as well on this machine here, and that kind of brings us to these little devices here. I hope these can solve it. You can also get some USB ground loop isolator, but they just cost significantly more than these. I bought these specifically off of Amazon, and of course I can share some links down in the description below. You can also get these in various iterations from China and also order some of those, and I can link them down in the description below, but they didn't arrive as of yet. So this video will just be taking a look at these two here. One of them is called the Smoth, I believe, but it seems to be very similar in terms of its design to a lot of those Chinese ones you can get from AliExpress and eBay. And the other one here, a guy from Reddit actually recommended me this one, or he was using this one here with his Arctis Nova Pro Wireless with the same setup that I have. So I'm pretty sure these should work as well, but it's the same concept really. Let's just open this one here to begin with and have a closer look inside. This one here does have the cable already pre-attached, so you cannot really remove the cable. Not really an issue, but just something to keep a note of. And you do get a little instructions here. Well, of course, plug it in, as you can see here. So the pre-attached wire, you plug this into your speaker or car stereo, and the other end you plug into your interface. I believe these are actually made to be used with cars. So if you have loopback issues on your stereo on your car, you can use something like this. So it's a standard 3.5 millimeter. In this case, this does have the male plug in one end and the female plug in the other end. You just plug one end here into your device, causing the issue, and the other end, of course, into your speaker, or in my case, my audio interface. Pretty basic design here, very lightweight, made all of plastic, of course, made in China. That's just one way of doing it, and I believe both of them just have some small transformers inside to eliminate the ground loop. The other one here comes in a little bit less of a nicer packaging. Does have a little bit of branding here on the back, but it's a Chinese company. Also just a black plastic box here. This of course have female 3.5 millimeter plugs in both ends. These are of course both of them are TRS plugs, so it's a stereo out, does not have microphone, and it's not a balanced out either. And this one does have the removable cable, which is both a positive and a negative. Of course you can use a longer cable if you want to, or if you already have a cable on your device. Pretty nice that you can just plug it in here, but I'm not really sure what I prefer. The one with the fixed cable is actually the most expensive of these two, not by much. These are both relatively inexpensive, but it just costs a little bit more. So these are the devices we're going to test in this video, and let's just test this on my computer and see if it actually works. So this is my main computer, and the issue I have is I wanted to route the line level out from my little box here for the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. You can see I have the cable connected here into my Audient Evo 8 interface. I have to connect it to 3 and 4 just as line level input. Then you can see the mixer here. Whenever I just turn up the gain, you can just see the noise floor there just starts immediately. You can see here if I turn up the volume, or listen rather, this is the kind of noise I'm getting. So let me just connect this one here, the Design ground loop isolator, and let's see if it works a little bit better. So now I've actually connected the Design ground loop isolator there, you can see, to my little receiver box. Still connected with the same cable, of course, same inputs. And you can see right out of the bat there, no more noise. You can see on mic 3 and 4 here. Before you had the little green bar there showing a lot of noise. Turning up the volume here on my audio interface. We're at 100% now. This is extremely loud. I can hear a very, very faint slight hum in the background. I don't think actually you will pick it up on microphone. So that definitely solved the problem with this specific system. Let's just jump over to my other computer and see if we can also fix the noise we have with that machine as well. So we're now connected to my second system. On this one, I have the Artist Pro Wireless and I have the Bose monitors or speakers there. And the speakers do have two inputs. It has line level input and it has a PC input. And the problem is that this little interface here, I do share this between two computers. So I have my main computer here, my little mini ITX, and right on the back there, I do have a Intel NUC, which is kind of my main little machine. So when I have connected my Evo 4 to the speakers, aux input, and at the same time also line level out from that little receiver box to my speakers, I'm getting a noise issue. And just take a listen for the noise floor here before connecting the ground loop isolator. Just get this very annoying hum constantly. Let's try and install this SMUF on this device here. I'm going to connect it to the SteelSeries box. So my Evo 4 will have the direct connection. Not going through this one here, but the SteelSeries box here, wireless box, will go through this device and go into the PC input on my Bose speakers. And hopefully that will eliminate this annoying hum. So now I've connected the ground loop isolator, still connected to the PC here. Exactly the same setup as before. The only thing I've done is just connect this little ground loop isolator. And man, the noise just went away right immediately. Right now we're at 100% volume. I'm not sure I even hear anything. I think the fan from the other computer is actually louder than the noise going through those speakers. I hear a very slight hiss when I put my ears right up to the speakers, but not something I will be able to hear just in day-to-day usage. So yeah, definitely very happy with this. Very cheap solution. So if you want to connect, like for instance, your studio monitors to the SteelSeries Artist Pro or Nova Pro Wireless little receiver box through your audio interface, definitely get one of these loopback devices or loopback isolator noise killer. And also, for instance, if you have two inputs on one monitor and you want to share your audio device between two computers, definitely again get some loopback isolator like these ones here. It's definitely all worth it and not really all that expensive. So yeah, definitely highly recommend them. Like I said, link down to the description below if you are interested. But that's pretty much all I have for this video. Until next time, take care.